Networking is a really great way to grow your business. It's also a great way to meet amazing people and build friendships and relationships for your personal life, but also for business. And so today I want to have a little conversation where we're talking about the power of networking and connecting and strategic ways to do it. Welcome back to another episode of the Kenya Kelly podcast. I am excited that you are here today. We're talking about networking and connecting and all the things. I know that this may not feel like the most fun episode of the podcast, or if you're watching on video or if you're listening to this, but it really is a huge benefit. And as always, I'm going to tell you about my experiences and all the things. So we have all heard about networking, making connections, building relationships, and all the things. But those of us that have online businesses, we're like, I'm at home. It's me. I'm cute from the waist up. I'm not cute from the waist down. Unfortunately, I put on clothes, entire outfit, because I'm like, sometimes I shoot videos and I need clothes on, right? Okay. So if we're in the online space, you're used to just being at home, not being around people and all the things, right? But one of the things we all know is that it is the power of relationships. We have all heard about people that got a job, not necessarily because they were in the right place, right time, even though that's an opportunity, but people that have gotten jobs or promotions or whatever because of their connections and people that they knew. Right? I do believe that in right place, right time, but I also believe in networking, building connections, and building relationships. Now, but I will tell you my struggle that it has been. Okay, so I have had a job for many years prior to me having my business. And, one of the things that we did was networking, right? You were taught, you had business cards, and you were taught to go out, go to events and network, because I was in advertising sales. And the more that I networked and went out and met people, the more I had opportunities to be able to sell people my products and services for the job that I worked for. And so when time came to build my business, I knew that that was something that I needed to do. However, I decided that I wanted to build an online business, and I wanted to focus all of my time and attention and what have you in being in the online space. So I started building this online business since 2016. And here is the downside of having an online business. You are by yourself, all by myself. I am by myself all day, every day. I don't talk to a person unless I'm on a video call, unless I go to the grocery store or whatever, right? I'm here alone by myself. It's very lonely. Two, when you are building an online business, then it is you. You're not actually getting an opportunity to connect with people, meet other people, support other people, and them support you if you're focused solely on you, your business, and that is it. And that is a huge mistake that I made in my business. Now, once COVID-19 happened and all of that, we all really started to isolate. And so that became even worse. And so I started realizing how lonely I was, how lonely I felt, and the power of building a business where I'm actually connecting with other people, right? Like, I'm not just by myself, but I am intentionally connecting with other people, not just to see what I can get from them, but to just build relationships with other people. And so was it last year, I made a decision that I was going to start intentionally going out and meeting people in my city. And so I started going to different events. And, one of the first things that happened was that I realized I needed business cards. Because, I've been online for so long. And I'm like, oh, I need to have some business cards. And so, because I was like, well, I don't want to give everybody my phone number on a business card. They're going to be texting me, asking me for TikTok advice. Good God, And so I didn't do business cards. And so what started to happen was I was connecting with people, but there was no way to there was no way for me to give them a way to contact me. So I had to end up giving all these people my phone number. And then that was a dumpster fire that, whatever. But what did start to happen was I started just connecting with people in general. these opportunities to just like get to know people, go to dinner with them, come to their birthday party, come to their kids' birthday party, and doing things outside of the house with just doing regular life with people that had nothing to do with work or the online business or TikTok or whatever, right? And then what started to happen was I started saying to myself, like, one, of course I want to date, and I can't date if I'm always in the house. The apps are fine, but like, you know what I mean? And so I said, okay, I am going to go and invest in some business cards, and I'm going to start going out to anything I get invited to. Okay, that's my new thing. Anything I get invited to, I go. Unless I have something that's previously scheduled, I go to anything that I am invited to. And it has been amazing. Okay, it has been amazing. As a result of going to the things that I'm invited to, I have started to meet the most amazing human beings. Women, men, couples, all the different things. Amazing people. And also what has started to happen is that when I am with people, they are getting to know me. But then at some point in time, people say, oh, so what do you do? And I say, oh, I teach video marketing, specifically TikTok marketing strategies to business owners. And then it opens up another level of conversation. I then ended up joining three different local communities, paid communities, where I am learning, I'm growing, and I'm making connections and building relationships for personal and for business. And so even though I was like hesitant about doing the networking thing again, it has brought so much joy back to me to connect with people about all the different things and not just about business. You know, I am finding myself, getting more opportunities for my business because I'm networking. So I'll give you a prime example. So I joined this organization called EO, which is Entrepreneurs Organization. But I'm in the EO Accelerator. Okay. There's an income level in order to get to EO. It's up there. Right. And so I'm here, and to get to EO, I have to make more money. It's fine. So there's a lot of people just like me that are in the EOA organization. And in my little small forum that I have is like 6 people, I started telling them what I was in need of, how I wanted to start doing live events again. I haven't done live events in many years. And somebody connected me with a new event space. And I booked a call with the person, and I went to go see the new event space. And I was just getting rates for how much would it cost for me to hold an event, yada, 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 whatever. And as a result of sitting down with the person getting the rates, he starts asking me more questions about what I do. And the more that I tell him about what I do, the more he realizes that he actually could utilize me with his business. And so we decided to partner up where I'm doing my very first live event on October 30th here in San Diego, teaching social media. It's a 2-hour event. People get to come see his amazing event space and co-working, and he's going to pay for lunch for everybody. That's going to put me in front of their members, plus the people that I invite, people that other people invite, and it's going to open up the opportunities for other things that I don't even know about. Not to mention, I have been invited to, like a friend of mine, she was emceeing an event in Dallas called Vid Summit. I had no intentions on going to Vid Summit, and she mentioned, I have an extra ticket. Do you want to go? And I was just like, $400 for a ticket, sure, for a flight. And I was like, but the ticket to the event is free. She already has a hotel. I'm going. Anything I invited to. So I went to this event, and it was amazing. I got to connect and talk to people. Just all this stuff was able to happen as a result of me saying yes. Multiple things came out of that event. Then while I was at the event, I'm sitting there charging my phone, and I meet somebody in person that I've only been talking to online. She got invited to go have a drink. She said, you want to come? Sure. I go to the event, and I'm just hanging, talking, letting her do her thing with her networking opportunity. And they start asking me questions. Well, I downplay because I'm like, this is not my moment. It's her moment. But then they invite me to another event that's happening in LA in a couple days, like 2 hours down the street from me. Guess what? I go to that event. As a result of going to that event, other things opened up, right? And I just keep saying yes to all these opportunities to connect and network. And what is it doing? That loneliness that I've been feeling all these years of being cooped up in my house by myself is going away. I am networking and building relationships for my business. and I am just meeting really amazing people, and they get an opportunity to meet me and my amazing self. Now, so how do you do it? Well, first of all, you have to go into this like experience with the intention of connecting with people. Don't just go and dominate conversation, telling them all about you. Don't just go and listen to everybody dominate, but talk, engage, and all that. Be intentional about saying, I want to meet one amazing person, and I want to see how I can invite them out to have coffee or lunch and just connect. Not necessarily because they're going to do something for your business, but you're just going to go to connect. That's the first thing that I want you to focus on, to do that. And then as a result of doing that, what you're going to see is that because your agenda isn't let me get something from you, but let me just be here in this space, you're going to see many more opportunities open up because you are just open. And that is what I am doing right now, is I am saying to myself, how can I engage with people? How can I serve people? How can I, let them know what my needs are, but find out what theirs are and see how we can connect. Like I had a call today with somebody where they wanted me for something, and I was kind of a little annoyed at first, like what's going on? And so I was just like, hey, I don't really understand. You're asking me this, and this, but can you please elaborate a little more? And so the more her and I kept talking, the more we started to like each other. Then we started to open up. It became less formal. And then it became like this friendship that is forming. And I am just like, here is this whole thing, because I just keep saying yes to every opportunity. Like, I'm not saying yes to like speak for free and whatever, but the opportunities to connect, to talk to people. Like I went to Vit Summit and I got invited to like a house party. It was amazing. Had such a great time at this house party. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like, what I'm basically trying to say here is that if it is your intention to build relationships, connect with people, network, then you've got to make sure you're going with the right heart posture. And one is, let me go in and just meet great people, not just to get, but how can I go and just go and meet great people, and then I can let them know about my greatness as we are conversing or whatever. But how can I just meet somebody and just go like, I want to be friends with that person or whatever, and not because you're going to get something, but just to connect. It's a process. Not everybody has their guard down or just lets you just connect with them or whatever, but being open. Like, I'll give you this last one and then we're going to wrap up. So at Vit Summit, I made a decision not to go into a bunch of sessions, but to get the replay and to be in the hallway as much as possible, just talking to people. I'm in the hallway. My friend Richie, who is extremely successful, comes up to me. We're just talking, jiving, laughing, all the things. And he starts to coach me right then and there. And I am just like recording, like, wow, this is amazing. And it just keeps on happening. And I like implemented what he said, right, already in my business, and I'm already seeing the return. But I was in the hallway with the intention of just meeting great people, and I was there with Richie just being like, hey, what's up? Just doing that, you know what I mean? And the return has been beautiful, okay? So the whole point of this is that I want you to, if you're in online business, get out, okay? Figure out how you can get out. That's like, even as I was recording this, I'm going to somebody's costume party tomorrow and it starts at 8, but somebody else's costume party starts at 6. And I am contemplating, okay, how can I wrap up my day sooner to get to that party at 6, leave by 7:30 so I can get to the other party, so I can go to everything that I'm invited to connect with amazing people. I'm going to do it because I'm like, I just thought about it, okay? All right, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. I do want to hear from you. I want to know, what questions do you have about networking, connecting, and building relationships? I will share with you anything that I can.